Yeah, since we are about to begin, please, you can come on video so we can have a
My
good
friend, you
discussion.
don't know who Tom John Sambadisi is? My friend, be very careful, eh?
Sorry, sorry, I did not.
Kejaf,
Yeah.
I'm
Who?
going on the second time, eh?
Abba,
This Albert, my friend.
Albert. This is something I don't.
Yeah, okay, fine. The fact that
Abba,
you don't know who Tom John Sambadisi is, this is a very big issue.
Abba, Abba, Sam Johnson.
I don't like
The
fine, eh?
captain
No
surprised.
problem.
The captain surprised as I had never able for joining meeting. I'm just surprised. Okay.
Yeah, I saw it in our forum, so I said let me join it. I actually should have joined earlier, but if it's just getting started, that's fine.
Okay. All right. All right. Very much joining. So anyway, since we are already live,
Okay.
let's begin. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So everybody, welcome to Vegan Fast. So I'm going to start today with sort of a pop quiz. So the pop quiz is, what is the second leading cause of death for men in the USA? And the answer is prostate cancer. Then another one is, what racial group is disproportionately affected, or one can say affected in a more aggressive rate in the USA? The answer is black men. So
You can
especially those above.
I thought it was a pop question. You're giving the question and the answer.
Oh, if I wanted, yeah, you're right. Thank you. I wanted to, yeah. I was, sorry. I was thinking because of time. I was worried that maybe I will be taking up a lot of your time since there are people joining from Cameroon, joining from the UK, and all that. Yeah.
No
But
worries.
if you guys want to interact, of course, we'll have plenty of time to do that. I'm happy. You reminded me of that. You're right about that. Yeah. So like Cyprian has said, see, it's black men, especially those who are over 45, like me. Yes. So today we are we are having our very first panel discussion, and the panel discussion is about prostate cancer treatment and prevention. So many of you may have already watched the video that I shared about the remedy for prostate cancer, the one that came from Reverend Sister Linda in Shison. So many of you may have watched that video. So that video got a lot of attention. Many people asked me questions. Some were asking for testimonies. Some asked, how we know it would work. Some asked how you actually do it. There were many questions about that. As we know, prostate cancer is a big deal. It's a very big deal. As we are going forward, you will hear a lot of personal testimonies, and I'm sure I have mine, and you have yours. So we will all share, and hopefully we can all learn, right? So if anybody hasn't seen the video, I'll leave the link up here so you can watch the video. It's quite a great video. Yeah. So again, we have an excellent panel today that is joining us from all over the world. Yeah. So to begin, I was expecting there will be a whole lot of people here. So it's our very first Zoom meeting on this platform. So for now, I'll just allow every single one of us here to introduce ourselves. We'll keep it very simple. Just maybe your name, your country, your profession, and then when it's your chance to talk, everybody's going to have a chance to talk. You will get a chance to have a very good, express, share your experience and everything. So everybody will have a chance to talk. So during that time, if you want to say more about yourself, your experience and all that, this panel has people here who are nurses, have people here in the medical profession, have people here, who are artists and everybody's opinion counts. There is no right or wrong answer. We are all learning from each other. Like I rightly said in my, honestly said in my very first video that I made on this platform, I made it clear that I am not a doctor, even though many people have asked me, like, why you wear a lab coat? So I'm not a doctor. I'm just a layman who went through a terrific health experience and came out on the other side stronger, better, and decided to share the experience with everybody else. Yeah. So with that said, I would begin the introductions from myself. As you all know, I'm Marcel Jaff. I'm an IT guy. Fixing things with IT is what I do for my day job. But I'm also a health enthusiast, and I'm talking to you from Durham, in the great state of North Carolina, United States of America. So let's go. Let's go with from Cameroon. Let's go with Solo. Solo, go ahead. You can unmute yourself. You are muted. Oh, we cannot hear you. Sorry, we cannot hear you. You are muted. Okay, while you are figuring that out, all right, no problem. Take time and figure it out. All right. Lindos from Cameroon. Go ahead, please. Just a brief introduction and then. Lindos, can you hear me? Is my mic working? Maybe my mic has a problem.
Yeah, we can hear you, Master. I can hear you.
Okay, Lindos. All right, if Lindos is not ready, no problem. I was thinking those who are very far away, all the way in Cameroon, can introduce themselves. Okay. Oh, Solo, are you ready? Oh, okay, please,
Yeah.
just a brief introduction so that we can dive into it.
Okay, yes, I'm Fikela Solomon Festus. I'm a professional teacher by my real profession is teaching. My first profession is true. I'm also a professional musician. So I do the two. Teaching and music are what I am into. Then I'm also fascinated by herbal remedies and also have my own experience in it. And it's a pleasure to share my own experience with you all. Thank you.
Wow. Welcome. All right. Then Lindos is still not ready. All right. Zhang from the UK. Go ahead.
Hello, can you get me?
Yes.
All right, I'm Fikela Jean Samuel, and I'm an artist by profession, a painter. So, yeah, I'm glad to be part of the panel and to learn more. Looking forward to getting more exciting stories about the different experiences. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you so much. Then have we taken everybody from out abroad? Lindos, are you ready? No, still not ready. Okay, no problem. Let's go to Tamjong Samba of DC.
Yeah, I'm Tam John Samba from DC. My name's Albert Conso, and I'm an IT professional. I joined this panel because as we get older, it's clear to me that the better we eat, the better the outcome of our health. Because I always keep this saying, something I read from Facebook a few years back that kind of hit a nerve and it stayed with me, where it says that your food can either become your medicine or medicine will become your food as you age. So, eating a lot of veggies and fruits as we age is a must, especially for us men. As Marcel said earlier on, prostate cancer and all forms of diseases, truly, almost all diseases that we have out here are linked to what we eat. So what we eat is very important. And when I saw this and being privy to know a little bit about Marcel's health challenges and experience, I kind of was a little curious. I wanted to join this panel and see if I can learn a thing or two. So that's the reason why I'm here. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tamjong. You are in the right place. You did not miss your trip. you went to the right place. So yes. Thank you. Who else is Lindos? Are you ready? I know network can be tricky in Cameroon. Hello? All right, while we're waiting on Lindos, Larissa, you can introduce, and then we get right into the meat of the thing, of our meeting today.
Hi, I'm Larissa Jav. I'm Marcel's wife. We're here in Durham, North Carolina. I was a nurse before. I'm in IT now. I was a nurse before, and I dealt with a lot of patients with prostate cancer. I worked in the surgical ward in Chisong, and we had a lot of patients with prostate issues. More than half of our patients were patients with prostate issues. So I think that's what one of the reasons I'm here today, to talk about my experience. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Wonderful. Let's hear from our brother and friend, Cyprian, in Atlanta, GA. I know Cyprian was busy doing some work in his house, but he came in pretty early. Thank you so much for joining so early. Hello?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Cyprian, a friend of Marcel and wife. We've been friends for a long time. And so happy to be here. Like most of you in the IT field, had a background in nursing. I was an RN and went to IT, been a teacher as well. And so glad to be here. Been very fascinated when Marcel watched one of his videos about fasting, and I think has changed my life for the better. So very looking forward to this session that we're having today. Thanks.
Wonderful. So I would like us to begin today, with this is a fascinating story here. It's an audio, but please bear with me. The audio is so good, I wish I could see the person that told this story. Credit where credit is due. It is courtesy of my friend and brother, Jean, in the UK. He sent this to me a few days ago as we were preparing for this. So I took the audio, I tried to fix it up a little bit. You know, I'm trying to learn editing. So then I put it there so that people not just listen to an audio, at least they have something to look at. So the picture you see there might not be necessarily the person, but just listen to the story. Guys, listen to this story. It's something. It is something.
My name is Victor Mbangwa. I'm 63 years old.
Can you hear me? Can you hear the sound? Anybody indicate? Can you hear the sound?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay. I want to make sure so that I don't just play sometimes when people are not hearing. If there's any sound issues, please let me know. I will try to fix it.
I want to share this message with everybody who's listening to this audio message. How I survived prostate cancer, not prostate enlargement, prostate cancer. I was diagnosed of prostate cancer a few years ago, and I've been managing it. I've gone to a series of hospitals, taken some tests, done some tests and some scans, and since then it kept degenerating. I never knew what to do. At one time they said I would go for scraping, the doctor said I will go for scraping. That's what they call scraping, and they will do it perfectly. And I called my kid brother. I told him about this. He said no, it has to be reoperation. But when I investigated, I found out that among 100% or like 100 people they operate, 80 people or 85 people would die after a few years, after a few days, or a few months. So I became scared. I said, I'm not going for operation. That if it means death, I didn't mind, because by the time they operate you, you are no more a man as you used to be. And when you're no more a man, even in the house, you know what I mean. So I decided I have to die with the prostate if it's what is going to send me home. And last year it got to the extent that I cannot pee well through my cucumber, and I used to have pressure on my cucumber, and it got to the extent. Let me just fasten it. It just got to the extent that it has to be dropping. It has to be dropping, and when I package it, my trousers will be wet, you know. And I told few people, they said I should go for operation. I told the doctor, my doctor said I should come for operation. I rejected it. So, but my mind is telling me that I have to die, because I can't bring myself going for operation, spending a lot of money, spending time, and on an operation that's going to be 50-50, and at last that person is going to die. So instead of dying tomorrow, I better die now. That's what I concluded. So sometime October last year, I couldn't even breathe again. I slept in the restroom. I stayed there. If I go to pee, I'll stay there like 20 minutes. And the pain is satanic. The pain is so severe that you can hardly bear it. That was the time my wife had when I was doing, she started crying. I don't want to cry. The worst is coming. I had to just brace up, and later I just brace up and be strong, because anything can happen. I'm not going for operation. She knelt down, started begging me, it's better you stay alive. Even if you're not a man, I can manage you. I told her no. If I go for operation and die 2 years later, it's still the same death. You know, I refused. So it got to the extent that I started going through my lungs and my neck, my knees. I couldn't walk. I couldn't get to work either. If I'm driving to work, I have to stop on the way like 10 times to pee. And when I'm peeing, everybody would know that something is wrong with me. So I don't know. I then it got to the extent I couldn't bear it. I went to see my doctor. My doctor checked and said he's going to do PSA test and a series of tests. And PSA test is going to take 2 weeks or a week. And I told my doctor that I'm going to die before the result comes out. He said, why are you saying like that? I said, no, what I'm passing through. So that was on Friday of that month. You can't remember the date now. So on Sunday, I was supposed to go for a village meeting, which I am one of the executives, and I couldn't go for the meeting because I was always wearing kind of pampers. I went and bought tight panties, and I had to put napkin or hand towel inside to drive out to work, to stay few hours and come back. So when I told them, because I don't hide myself, I don't know how to keep quiet, you know. So when I told them, another person called me, about 5 people called me. So one of my younger brothers called me. I told him, he said, my brother, why are you doing all this? It's very simple. Come on, you didn't tell anybody. It's simple. I've cured a lot of people with, your own is simple. There are some people that are carrying urine bag all about. I've cured about 4 or 5 of them. Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me? I said, no, it's just simple. Go and look for sour sap. Go and look for sour sap. First of all, you got to stop eating anything starch, anything carbohydrate, anything starch, anything sugar. You have to stop sugar completely. starting from honey, refined sugar, or any food that can transform to sugar inside your body, you got to stop it. You got to stop drinking. You got to stop anything apart from beans and sour sap. You have to prepare a ripe sour sap like smoothie, turn it like pap, and then eat it with beans. Before you eat it 1 week, my brother, you come and testify. I got up because I've gone on social media, I got on Facebook, I've taken Prostate Stropper, I've taken Ginger Bull, I've taken a lot of them on the social media. I've taken some supplement from what's the name from New Life. It couldn't work. So I then got up, wear my panties and my pampers as usual, went to my Tama fruit market. Luckily, I saw a lot of them there. I have to charter it. Right one, I ate beans and that smoothie sour sap in the afternoon. I ate another one around 9 in the evening. Then in the morning on Monday, I ate another one. Man, in the afternoon on Monday, oh my God, it worked like miracle. Miracle. It was miraculous. I wanted to pee. I just noticed urine is coming out on its own without stress, without pain. It wasn't streaming. It was not forceful, but it was coming out. I didn't put my hands on my waist. I didn't scream. There was no pain. Jesus Christ. I noticed below my abdomen. Okay, sorry, before I got to that, in the morning, you see what came out of my stomach from my anus. In fact, I was overwhelmed. I was so happy. My abdomen, below my abdomen that was paining me, relieved me. And then I took that diet, kind of supplement, for 2 weeks. And I am now a full man that can use my cucumber that I used to before. I am now a full man. And in the process, once in a while, you drink tomato juice, 1 cup, like 2 times in a week. Raw tomato juice, organic tomato, not refined tomato. Tomato seed, grind it or blend it, drink 1 cup 2 times in a week. And onion, like 30 cl, once in 2 weeks. That will help it to fasten the healing. So it is miracle. It is miracle. Now I can perform well. And if I'm peeing now, my pee can till the ground. That's to show how forceful it is. At 63 years, I'm still acting as if I'm 25, 20. So I want this audio message to go viral, to go everywhere, to help men who are dying of prostate cancer. Because even the last scan I went to, they said it's cancerous. They showed it to me on the screen. Cancer is in fact, the doctor said if the PSA result comes out, they're going to do another test to know if they're going to remove both my testes. So which kind of a man am I if they remove my testes and every time makes me a man? So please, if it gets to you, share this audio message so that I can reach some men that are suffering from it. One of my friends went for operation and has been urging me to go for it. I refused. When I told him this testimony, he started crying. He said, why did he not know all these things? So I believe what they said in the Bible, that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. We don't know. Nobody knows. And God has brought, I don't know how to put it, every solution to every sickness. But it's just that we have not found out. This that I'm telling you works like magic. When you use it, you're going to be happy and you're going to give it to other people. I thought of going from hospital to hospital to meet people who are, sick of prostate cancer, but I'm beginning to wonder what the hospital management is going to tell me, and I wouldn't like embarrassment. I wanted to go to urology section and tell them, but I'm wondering, I don't know when. And so please, as you are hearing it, spread it. One more thing, when you start this soursop and beans, after 2 weeks, you will now start taking do that every evening, one capsule. Do that every evening. It's quite expensive, but it's I think it's 1 month treatment. Take it a long time, and don't stop the soursop once in a while, even if you are healed. Thank you very much. Have a good life to live, and please share. We want to eradicate breast cancer and prostate cancer because this soursop and beans too can take care of breast cancer. Other beans, akara or moi moi, beans, akara or moi moi, porridge beans, akara or moi moi. Please share it so that we will together eradicate the case of prostate cancer and breast cancer that's killing people every time. And remember, what will help us too is diet, because what we eat now is poison. I was told earlier, I didn't believe it, because we eat anyhow. Back in the West, we eat anything. I thought like my exercise, because I work out every day, 2 hours, will help, but I couldn't really solve. But it helps. It helped to a wider extent. So please share this audio message so that we can jointly eradicate breast cancer and prostate cancer. Thank you and have a good day. Enjoy yourself in a good life.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. So now we'll now turn it over now to the floor for for people to give their reactions. If you want to give a reaction to this audio, everyone get a chance. All of us, you get a chance to talk. So, Tamjong, you look like you're ready to go. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question though. There was the last thing that he said that he takes. I didn't understand what that was. He says that after you've taken the soursop and the beans for 2 weeks, there's something you're supposed to take. He said it was quite expensive. I didn't get the name. What was that?
Exactly. You are like me. You read my mind. Yes. So I would pass that on to the person who passed this audio on. Maybe he might have a better clarification. Jean in the UK.
No, I did not hear as well. I can remember by far 3 things. I heard of the soursop, then tomato, and also beans. That one too, I did not hear.
Okay.
I didn't. Yeah. But I can find out anyway and revert back to the group even eventually.
Thank you. Me too. Yeah. I want to know. Thank you, Tanjo. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, but now since you call me, let me just share my own.
Yes, please.
You see, what this guy is saying testifies what I've been hearing from many people about that soursop in particular relating to cancer. Many people have testified that it kills cancer like nothing. But I was wondering that why is it that effective, but people don't really know about it. But now with this testimony, it grounds what I already heard from many people, and I think that I have some faith in it now. And not only in the cancer, I even understood that anything alkaline that you take, or anti-inflammatory, or how do they call it, those things have so much to do with making you healthy and well. And like what Tam Jong said, I do agree with that statement. If you don't make your food your medicine, then you make your medicine your food eventually. So we should be very, very, very careful and cautious. Otherwise, we are being poisoned, or we are helping to poison ourselves with the kind of food we eat. And we, the men in particular, let us take this very serious. In the midst of whether the food was tasty, let it now be washed. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Jang. Let's go back to Tam Jong. Go ahead if you had something to add, or you had a question. If you have any comment, reaction to the video or audio.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to add apart from the fact that I myself, I've been doing some research on my own into foods, just because at a point last year, I just decided to try to be more healthy because once you start going to doctors and they're telling you you're borderline high blood pressure, you're borderline this, diabetes, if you're smart, you got to start, making changes. So I've been investing in, I've read some books myself and checked things out, tried things that work for me better. And I just want to say that you never go wrong with eating healthy, which means eating veggies and fruits. And it's good to know which ones to eat the most because in my research, I understood that eating a lot of things like cucumbers, eating a lot of things like carrots, tomatoes, those are things that are high up there in alkalinity and they truly help transform your health, energy level, and beans. Beans is a go-to thing. Um, those of us who, like Marcel and myself, who went to St. Augustine, we ate so much beans that after St. Augustine, I rarely ate beans. But after my studies, I've gone back to eating beans religiously. After St. Augustine, man, beans was one of the things I didn't want to see because we ate so much of that stuff. But beans are very, very healthy. And as we age, the most we can avoid eating things like rice and meat, that is our go-to foods as Africans. It definitely would help us. And when you cut back on your drinking too, it helps a lot. And drinking a lot of herbal teas is a go-to, man. It cleanses your system, it strengthens your body. It's just a good thing. And once you develop that culture and exercising, then I mean it's like night and day. Your energy level comes back up there. Before I took these decisions, I used to be my energy deficient. Like I would feel so tired, get up tired. But once I changed my diet to where I eat a lot of veggies, I mean it was like night and day. So as we encourage each other, I just want to encourage us to do that. I eat veggies now religiously, at least twice a day. And I mean, it does it for me, man. It does it for me. And the other advice that I want to give to us men is that your health is in your hands. Don't leave it in the hands of your wife or your children. I do my salads myself. And that brings a consciousness in itself. Don't just wait to be served at table. Take the initiative yourself, and it will go a long way. It will go a long way. That's what I have to say for now.
Wow, Tanjong, thank you. Thank you so much. I will have to meet you behind the back to hear more about these studies you have been doing. I had no idea. So thank you. So let's go to the next person. Everybody will get a chance to talk as much as you want. So I can see Cyprian in Georgia. You want to go ahead?
Can you all hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the video, I have watched the video, I have listened to that before, and yeah, it's amazing what food can do. I think sometimes they say garbage in, garbage out, and so what you take in, you eat well, will result in good health, and if you decide to take good care of the car and not the good care of yourself, well, sometimes the result will not be good. So that's one of the reasons why few weeks or so I started fasting and eating lots of vegetables, and my weight that has been very recalcitrant, like staying in one place, started dropping down like crazy. So we can't belabor this. Eating well is a key to living longer. Thanks.
Wow, wonderful. And I'm sure he didn't say that. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me adding. But Cyprian is also a graduate of Duke University nursing, so he knows a thing or two about healthcare. So we have a lot of health people on the panel here, a whole lot of health people. So we'll benefit from their expertise. Yes. So I don't know what happened to Lindos in Cameroon. I'm not sure, because she's also a nurse. She's a nurse too. BSN. Yes. So no problem. Solo was here. I'm not sure what happened to his network. I'm not sure. Yeah. So yeah, we're having some network issues. We were expecting Sister Linda to join us because Sister Linda said she had some new information to share with us. Yeah, but anyway, since the others are not, Tam Jong, you might not be aware, but mine is like a whole story. I don't want to bore people with the story, but my videos are on my YouTube page. But to cut the long story short, I went through hell and back, and thank God. I know Tam Jong is a very big person in faith. I remember the day he came and was praying for me downstairs here. I will never forget. So it worked out. My God came through for me. Thank God it's Sunday. So so in the end, I was able to come up with something. Just to cut the long story short, it's a very long story. I don't want to take up much time here. So it's more natural based. I went more natural based to solve the problem. Yes.
Okay.
I had tried everywhere. I had gone to India. I had gone to Turkey. I even tried when I was in Rwanda. Nothing worked. I went to Mayo Clinic, the great Mayo Clinic. It did not work. There are good people there. That's not an indictment on the people there. I saw good people. Good is not enough. Intentions is not enough. You can still die even if people have good intentions. Their good intentions will be your pallbearers. They'll carry you to the down low. Yeah. So it doesn't help. It is all about results. So I'm saying this because some people have an aversion when a layman like me is talking about healthcare who never went to medical school. They were like, what do you know? You be go for school. I will see you for medical school. So you get PhD, you get MD. I don't have any D. I have none. I'm just the same. They used to call me in school, Jari. I'm the same guy whom they used to call in school. That's a regular guy who just went through hell and back and decided to share what he learned with everybody out there. I was so eager to share the information that I pasted videos that were so ugly. Some people looked at it and wondered, what? This guy, your videos are horrible. But I was very eager to tell my story. I started my videos with my simple phone here because I was interested in telling the story because I did not want anybody to go through what I went through. It was horrible. Like you're talking about blood pressure here. I've been a blood pressure patient since 2008, 2007.
Wow.
Yes. To the glory of God again, as we are speaking, I am on absolutely nothing, zero, nada, not even a supplement, nothing. I am on nothing. My blood pressure now is better than when I was on medication. So I thought this is something to share with others, right? Even if it's from a financial perspective. Blood pressure meds are not just handed to you like candy, right? Like, oh yeah, thank God for coming to CVS, right? We had nothing to do with this. So take and go. No, that's not what happened. The cost was huge. My gastrointestinal meds that were prescribed from Mayo Clinic, they were going to be costing me almost $400 for one of those small bottles. 400.
Wow.
I'm not talking about 400 before insurance. No. 400 after insurance. That is out of pocket cost.
Wow.
And they have promised me that I can be sure, just like the GI, just like the blood pressure meds, I was going to be taking that for the rest of my life. So again, I mean, I get very passionate about this thing, as you guys can see. So let me not take up all of this.
All right. So just a quick question for you. So what did you do to turn it around? You went all vegan, or what did you do? Just
okay. Cut the long story short is so that I don't take up a lot of the time from the other people here. Is first of all, I fasted. That's the first powerful thing. Is fasting.
What type of fasting did you do?
Water fasting. Fasting is not only like, I mean, let me again, today is Sunday. Glory to God. Jesus Christ fasted for how many days? 40 days, 40 nights. Tom John, I'm not good into Bible. If I quote it wrong, please correct them.
Yeah.
40 days.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ himself fasted for 40 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So fasting is not a new thing. I want to say this because when some people hear fasting, they're like, oh my God, Jack Marcel has invented fasting. He's now saying that people should not eat anymore. He's a quack.
Oh,
He's a
fasting is-
this. Jesus Christ fasted. I didn't
Yeah.
invent it.
That's
I
right.
didn't. Yes. I have not even fasted as long as Jesus Christ. So fasting is a normal thing. We do it all the time. People, they call it, when you eat in the morning, when you get up in the morning, what is the first meal you eat? It's called breakfast, right?
You eat all night.
Breakfast, which means you were fasting. That means
Yeah.
some people already fast and they don't even know that they fast.
That's
So
right.
the first key is fasting. That's what breaks the addiction to salt, oil, and sugar. That's what
Okay.
breaks it. Then after that, to cut the long story short, I went to eating raw. So from May the 7th till today, I don't know whether it's got to 100 days yet. I have only eaten raw things.
Wow.
Yes. The change is amazing. I don't have enough minutes to get into it, but yeah, but the change is like light and day. I don't.
But I get the eating raw part because I do it sometimes when I want to. But the fasting thing, how did you do it? How long did you do? When you say water fasting, what did you mean? You went for a couple of days and you were only drinking water or drinking water and eating in the night? What were you doing?
Exactly. I don't know if this might, I have a screensaver. Maybe people cannot see this, but just this H2O. That's it.
For how many
H2O.
days?
So the first time I did fasting, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday and Sunday on the weekend.
Yes.
So that's 2 days, right? What, 48 hours?
Okay.
48 hours. That is the first time that I saw, oh my God, I am heading in the right direction because I was at a low. Talk about a low. I was lost. I didn't know what I was going to do. It was horrible. So that was the only thing I could do. So I went 2 days. I had the change in my body. I was like, oh no. Even if I was wrong, I'll better be wrong in this direction, right? Yes,
That's
I
right.
better be wrong. Don't continue with the wrong. If this is what wrong feels like, I take wrong over right. Yeah.
I got you.
So yeah, so I continued. Then from then now, the following week now, Monday, I started raw. At that point, I was eating raw, but I was still roasting my cashew nuts. The change continued. I felt better and better and better. So the following week, I doubled down. I did Saturday, Sunday, another fast again. I'm like, it's one way. I'm just going this direction now. No turning back. So from then on, from May the 7th till now, all I eat is raw. I just eat raw. I just eat raw. I just eat raw. I just eat raw. Everything has turned around. Like I said, I don't have enough minutes here. Maybe even everybody has got a chance to talk. If people want me to talk more about it, I can. But again, I got videos here that explained it ad nauseum. I mean, I hope I try, because I was trying to condense 7 years of sickness into a 30-something minute video. I'm not Wolf Blitzer, right? I cannot tell a story like Wolf Blitzer or Christian Amanpour, right? I'm just a lay guy from a village boy from top who is trying to tell a story. So I got a long way to be able to tell a story and tell it that can captivate people. So yeah. So with time, I will be trying to retell the story again in a much more interesting way so that more people can hear this story. Yes.
Great.
So yeah. Oh, we just got somebody joined us. Etel, thanks for joining. Etel just joined us from Georgia.
Wow.
Hello. Hello. Etel, can you hear? Hello. Okay, maybe a technical issue is not. But when it speaks, please let us know. We'll let you in the discussion. What we did, Etel, was we watched the video and then we were trying to just discuss and get everybody's take on it. So who hasn't gone? I've lost track. I know Tam Jong has spoken, Jang has spoken. Anybody who hasn't spoken, please.
Yeah, I haven't spoken.
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, from what the guy was saying in the audio, surgery is not really a way to go for prostate cancer. I've witnessed quite a lot of people go through this. each time they went for surgery, they always die within like 2 years or so. Nearly all the patients that I saw, there were a few of them that survived, that have still survived till now. But what they did was they incorporated diet to after the surgery. So that's why they're still alive now. Most of the patients that I took care of, that was how many years ago? I think 10, 11 years ago. Most of them have died already. So surgery is not really the best thing for this. Yeah. So even if you end up doing the surgery, diet, you need to incorporate, change your diet to to live longer. Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody who hasn't spoken? Ethel? I thought Ethel came in. She's left. Okay, Techno BF7.
Yes.
Okay. Did you speak
Yeah.
already?
No, I introduced myself.
Okay.
Myself.
Okay, very good. You go ahead. Just to reaction to the audio that you heard.
Okay, I just see that it's a very fascinating and inspiring testimony out there, and from the way the person is speaking, he's speaking with spontaneity and conviction. I believe that what he's saying is just what he has gone through, and I think that should be something that good information that God wants to pass to us all, and it can go all the way to help so many people. Only that the last part, which we all were wondering what he said, the last thing that if only we could get that last item, which he said you need to do after, whether what he was saying was expensive. As, well, I look forward to getting that part of that information sooner than later. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think he said the thing sounded like do that. Did I get that right? He said something like do that.
Do that. It might be some medication in Nigeria that we don't know what.
Yes.
I think he was talking about the soursop and beans combination. He said that you need to do it for a month, but it will be expensive because the soursop is expensive. That's what I understood.
Oh, you think he said that do that every month? Because I thought there was another medication or something.
Yeah, I thought it was
That's what I thought.
the soursop and beans combination.
Pastor, after send me that video, I want to listen to it over and over and
It's
see.
already on my YouTube channel. It's already on my YouTube channel.
Oh, your YouTube channel?
It's public. Yes, it's already
Okay.
public. So yes, so I heard like Albert said, like Tam Jong said, it's soursop and beans, and then I thought that they do that is like a supplement. But I could be wrong, guys. I could be maybe I heard it wrongly. Yeah, maybe I heard it wrongly. So yeah, so here's another why we're if Etel comes and want to jump in, please feel free to jump in. So there's another short, really short, very, very short. I call it's kind of like a teaser preview of coming attractions here that I want us to listen to and get a reaction. Anyway, just watch you hear what it is. It's just 53 seconds. Just 53. Let me know if you can hear the audio.
A guy was diagnosed with advanced prostate cancer, hypertension, high blood pressure, and type 2 diabetes.
The oncologist told me it's too late. We have nothing to do for you. You already dead. I find the solution, autophagy, and who spoke about autophagy? Of course, the Nobel Prize, 2016, Thomas Seyfried.
And he did water-only fasting, metabolic therapy. Prostate cancer went into total remission. Type 2 diabetes went away. Hypertension, high blood pressure, everything went away. So this was what I'm saying. Metabolic therapy will get rid of a lot of things.
That's it. It's like a short, very short teaser there, I think. But at least you guys got the point, right? You guys got the point. So if anybody wants to do a reaction to that, that's fine. I still have the longer version of that guy, Guy Tannenbaum, the story of stage 4 cancer, how he was able to overcome stage 4 cancer. We're coming to that. But if anybody wants to jump in and react to that or any other thing, please go ahead. It's interactive. Let's talk. Nobody? Etel, is Etel back? No? Etel is not back. Okay. So this gentleman they are talking about, Professor Thomas Seyfried, this is a Nobel laureate, yeah, in the field of medicine and science. So he knows what he's talking about. So there is something called autophagy, which is what happens when you fast, especially when you have like cancer. I think Cyprian can tell much about the science part of that, right? This is your area, right, Cyprian? Hello? Hello, Cyprian, are you there? Okay. So anyway, Professor Thomas Seyfried, he's known for, as a Nobel laureate, did some work in this area. And, you know, autophagy is one of the things, as far as I know, if I'm not mistaken, that he did a breakthrough on. So the autophagy is basically when you are fasting, like if, let's say you had cancer and you're fasting, then it is like your body is eating up, kind of like eating up itself. It's eating up those bad cells and killing them, instead of you having to go through chemo. Think of it like a natural chemo, but with very little or no side effects, as far as I know. So yeah, so it's really, really, really interesting. Talking about videos, I don't know, did any of you here, I think you already watched the one that I shared from Sister Linda about the concealed bestro mixture. I think Tam Jong might not be aware of that. So there is a video that I did that talks about a mixture that you can use. It's very simple. Tam Jong, is very simple. It's bestro and conceal. As simple as that. Very, very simple. And this thing, even the way the preparation is also simple. You don't need to be a cook, you know, like a chef, like a grand chef, to be able to make it right. So look, anybody can make that thing. It's pretty easy. Yes, even though I am still going to be trying to make it even easier by demonstrating it. I'll get someone in Cameroon to actually demonstrate this. This is how you make it, so that anybody in any part of the world can make it. Yeah. So if anybody wants to share what he saw from that video for Tam Jong, and you know, people out there who are watching to you know, get some insight into it, please go ahead before we go into the Guy Tannenbaum's story. Anybody?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would just love to point out that it was fascinating and very interesting to see that just two components like that conceal something very common. I mean, very now is the time, harvesting time. We have a lot of it around. That's something which we just used to take and throw away because knowing that it has no use whatsoever. But then I was surprised to understand from that video that it is that medicinal. It's true. The other component, the bestro, which is being combined to bring about the remedy, is a plant which, of course, unfortunately, I am not very used to it, but I understand it is around here. I'm still going to search for it. It's always around. There are very many plants around. We see them like that, and we may not even pay attention to them because we do not know their usefulness. It could just be around me, but it's just that
Oh, sorry. Probably network issues in Cameroon. So anyway, just to add to what he was saying there while we're waiting for him to come back. So he was talking about a certain, in English, they call it bed straw, right? In Lamso, for people who are watching there, for Banso people, it's called Minta. Minta, that's how it's called. In Lamso, it's called bed straw, but it's called Minta in Lamso. So we are still, like I said, we are going to make it easier.
What's that best story you're talking about?
Yeah, so I'm saying in Lamso, the name for it is called Minta. So, but no, for our viewers out there, please don't worry. We are going to simplify this to you. You are not going to die of prostate cancer because of lack of knowledge. If you die of prostate cancer, it's because you decided you had the knowledge, but you just don't want to do it. Because we are going to break this down to you smaller than Bo atom, right? You remember Bo, right? We are going to break this smaller than Mr. Dinayen, who taught us atomic physics in Form 3. We are going to break it smaller than that, right? Oh, hello, Ethel. Welcome, you're back.
Yes, bro. Happy Sunday.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been having issues with joining. Yeah.
No problem. We are just happy to have you. Happy you are able to take time out of your busy schedule to join us. So
Okay,
I don't know if, sorry?
I say it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So I don't know if you were following the discussion, or if not, anyone or me, I can brief you on it. We're just trying to make it interactive and people to, after all, that's why we're meeting, right? So we can share knowledge. And by the way, Ethel is also a nurse. So we have a panel here of serious medical people. I'm the only amateur here, the only quack here. So we are just, I don't know if you've been sharing the videos. If you've been following the what we've been discussing. If you can follow, then if you want to jump in and share about anything, then you can. Feel free.
Okay, you can continue. Yes. Let me see.
Okay. All right. No problem. So what I was sharing was that there are two things you need to make that concealed bed straw mixture. You need the concealed, which Bantu people, for my Bantu people out there, shout out to you. That's how you call it, right? Then the bed straw, which is called Minta. That is all you need. That's all. That is all you need. Just these two things. So we are going to make it very easy because my elder brother Solo and I, we are going to look for the real thing. We are going to look for it. We're going to make a video that will show people the plant itself, how it looks, probably give you some idea of where, roughly you can find it if you are, let's say, in Cameroon, and then we'll show you how to actually prepare it. So that anybody, we're going to make it what Americans call what? Dummy proof, right? We're going to make it dummy proof. All right. So, yeah, so we'll do that. So nobody should worry about it. We are going to make it very, very easy. Yeah. So if nobody has something, then I will go to the fascinating story of this guy called Guy Tannenbaum, that French guy who had stage 4 cancer. He had stage 4 cancer, and let's see what he did. He was able to overcome his stage 4 cancer, and we'll have the narrator would be Dr. Eric Berg, right? A lot of people say they want to hear from the medical people, right? Because when people listen to me out there, they say, this guy, what do you know? If you go school, sir, if you go drop for school, right? So let's listen to the story being told by Dr. Eric Berg, a medical doctor. Let's listen to the story. He will narrate it, and then Guy would also tell his own story. So it's fascinating. It's fascinating. Let's watch.
Amazing success story I'm going to share with you today.
Is the sound okay?
And the reason that...
Can you guys hear me? Good.
that I'm not actually just recording the entire interview because I did 2 interviews, and it's a total of 2 hours. So I'm going to condense this video into a much shorter video, and I want to just break it down into parts because it's quite amazing. Here's a guy who came down with stage 4 cancer, who is now free of cancer. And I want to tell this story. It's quite remarkable. Let's start with this first part, which involves the history leading up to his diagnosis. Before you found out you had cancer, you had diabetes, you had what other type of health problems did you have?
Oh, I brought it because it was so many.
Extensive.
Yes, diabetes type 2, high blood pressure, cholesterol, hypertension,
hypertension.
Yes, pain in the joint and in the bones, inflammation, and psoriasis.
Wow. So you're going along, and you had a weight problem as well, right?
Yes, I was very fat. I had 230 and something pounds.
Wow. And then I think this was in, if I'm not mistaken, I think it might have been in August 2018, you somehow went to the doctor and got a test and found that you had high PSA in your prostate, right?
Yes. Since before that, 2 years, I had trouble. I had pain here. And I went always to the doctor and said, no, it's nothing. It's inflammation. It's you need to take pills for this. Stupid. Then I insist, and he sent me, he made a PSA finally, and I had 57. Then he called me right away and told me you have to go to the hospital to do a biopsy. Okay, I went. I was lucky. I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. Then I had my PSA almost right away, 1 day after. I saw 2 doctors. First, it's a neurologist, and second one, the oncologist. And the urologist told me, okay, yes, we can do nothing. It's too late. Why did you wait so long? And I went to the doctor since 2015, and they never told me I have something. Okay, then I went to see the oncologist, and the oncologist told me, it's too late. We have nothing to do for you. You will disappear soon, 3 months. And he told me I have 6 metastases in my bones here.
Oh, in your bones in your chest. That's why you had that pain.
Yes, I was thinking it's perhaps my heart, but it was not my heart, it was the bones. After that, I was destroyed, of course.
How did your wife take that?
Oh, like me, terrible. Oh. It was the worst week of my life.
Yeah, and you had to tell your family too, your kids.
It was our big question. Did we have to tell? Sorry, it was
right.
Did we tell to the kids or not?
Right.
Okay, but sorry.
That's right.
It's so painful when I think about.
All right, in this next part, he's going to get a few second opinions. Let's hear what he says about that.
I will go in front. Perhaps they have other treatment. Perhaps they have other things we can do. So I went. I'm born in Strasbourg in France. I went, and he told me he made the same exams, bone scan and scintigraphy, we say in France. And he told me exactly the same things. He said, since the last one, because I bring with me the one we did in Mount Sinai, he compared and he told me, he it grows, but not significantly, not a lot. And he told me, okay, they're right, no chance. I cannot give you anything because you already dead. But don't worry, we have a good medication to treat the pain. I went in the best restaurant. I was with a friend of mine. After I ate a big cake because it was finished. And
right.
And the day after, I came back in USA, and I think it's impossible. I will not accept.
Wow, I like that.
And I have to take, because nobody can do nothing for me, I will do for me myself alone. Then I start to study, and I start with all the medical Nobel Prize, because I saw that the doctor, they say always the same thing. You have something, take this. Okay, then, or they don't know. Okay, then I start with Otto Warburg. I find it. I went after to see Brunings. Brunings is the one who invent keto diet in Germany. I did all the professor and the Japanese guy for the autophagy in 2000.
Ah, you saw him. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Everything I did, everything I fight.
So as you can see in this last part, there was quite a few doctors that were not able to help him. But I want to show you this next part, which I believe is the turning point. It's a point where he basically disagreed with the prognosis and went in a different direction.
Little by little, Walter Longo, William Lee, everybody, I study everybody 18 hours per day during months and months and months, and I continue today. I had to understand what happened, and when I understood, I find the solution, like you said, autophagy. Autophagy, and who spoke about autophagy? Of course, the Nobel Prize, 2016, Thomas Seyfried, and a lot of other people. And I didn't understand why in France nobody speak about that. I did my own research, but when the official medicine told me I will die and I have to follow what they say.
Yeah, that's your prognosis is you're going to die, but you need to follow me and don't look outside the box because they're charlatans. And we can give you some medication to be nice and quiet and comfortable.
When I search on Google cancer, what to do, natural things, okay. And I start, and when I saw always videos, then I start to look at the videos. And the first I saw is, again, your video and Thomas Seyfried videos.
Thomas Seyfried does research on cancer on mice, and you want to be his guinea pig. That's what they call it.
Yes.
And so he's in Boston College, and then so you went up there to see him, and you're like, hey, I'll be your mouse, and let's do some experiments.
Okay, I went to, he told me, sorry, I cannot help you because I'm not a doctor. I told you I don't ask you to help me. I come to help you because I did what you said and it's working. Then I will be the proof that what you are saying is true.
So now I want you to hear about what he actually did. And the most important thing that I think he did was fasting. So check this out.
A woman who did an extensive diet, and she died. And when they did an autopsy, and they realized that no more cancer at all. But she died because of denutrition, because she spent more than 25 days without eating. And explain me why. Because body don't wait more. Okay, they are nothing to eat in my stomach. Okay, we will go on glutamine. We will go eat your bones, not your bones, your
muscle.
Yes, your muscle. I fast 45 days, but I was thinking after 20 days, exactly 20 days. I start the January 19. And after 20 days, I was thinking, okay, it's good to fast, but perhaps it's not enough. I will add something.
All right, in this last part, I want you to hear about two very important key takeaways. One is prolonged fasting. Okay, he fasted for 45 days. And number two, which is very, very important, he took nutrition along the way, which is very, very key to not only prevent problems, but to take certain herbs in a concentrated way to increase the killing power of the cancer cell. Check it out.
The first one, and I think the most important, is fasting. Mm-hmm. And I fast a long time. But I fast to not give the cancer a routine. I fast one time 45 days, another time 3 days, and after OMAD, one meal a day, and after 1 week. And I did this almost 8 months. Wow. Fast in the last 1 year and a half. But I was so scared, you understand, of course, to miss my goal than my life.
Yes, so you got serious about it.
Yes.
And then the other strategy you use, which is equally important, is that, when you have cancer, the danger is that you have nutrient deficiencies if you're fasting too long. So what did you do? What did you do that...
This, I was very concerned at what Thomas Seyfried told me. Then I never left my body without nutriments. So I took always, like you said, green tea. In my green tea, it's not very good, but I add ginger, turmeric, pepper, a little bit salt also, protein when I was scared to have no protein, when I feel very low. Cruciferous, broccoli, baby sprout, lettuce, asparagus, everything.
And then you had a concentrated, either you had a concentrated garlic tablet, or did you have allicin, the phytonutrient in the garlic as a supplement when you're fasting?
I ate because I didn't know which one will work. So I ate the black garlic. I ate the real garlic, disgusting. I eat the powder garlic, and I take pills garlic.
Wow, this is just a very interesting compounding factor of adding the power of fasting with the power of anti-cancer nutrients that have a direct effect on your immune system. That, why wouldn't you want to do that? Sometimes, people say, well, that won't work because we've done a test on it, and then you find out the test they did was with some synthetic antioxidant. It was nothing to do with an herbal type thing. So I think the power of compounding 2 or 3 things at once is vitally important, while you also made a decision that you're like, you know what, that's it. I'm gonna fight this thing. I'm not going to go down this easy?
I understood, I think, very fast that to beat the cancer, I need to take no calories when I'm fast, of course, because if I take calories, it's no more fast. But a lot of things who can kill cancer cells. And it was the only food I ate during more than 1 year. And I still continue to eat only this. Sometimes small chicken part, but very, very small, and once a week, perhaps, like this. No, nothing more.
Wow.
And it was working. And like I told you, we gave our subscriber what I'm doing, and we have results. There are plenty of people who said us, you saved my life, you saved my wife's life, you saved my brother's life.
Wow.
The same things, and I don't understand why people don't understand that. You say that, I just saw your last videos on fasting, long term, but why each people with cancer don't do that? I don't understand. They don't want to live.
Yeah, I think they do want to live. It's just that they're confused, and they don't understand how it works probably, and they don't. They're being told something completely different, and unfortunately, they are going with a different route, and that's unfortunate. But what I want to say is, Guy has a YouTube channel, and I think there's like 26,000 people at least on your channel, and you know, people are going to your channel, they're coming there with cancer, they're applying it, and they're actually also getting results. So, you know, I mean, I think sooner or later, if someone's open-minded, they're going to try this for themselves. I mean, the other route is, I mean, here's some palliative medication. Go home and feel comfortable and wait to die. Like, I'm sorry, but that's not an option. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time and telling this amazing story. I think a lot of people are going to be inspired, not just to, if they have cancer, to take action and start fasting immediately and do the right things, but to clean up their act and even eat better now, to prevent a problem, to avoid a problem, because no one wants to go through what you went through with the fear and the you know, threatened survival situation. So thank you so much for coming on and speaking.
I return the thank you because, you know, I become a US citizen 2 years ago, and I would like to give something to my new country. It's what I did to save American lives. 650,000 people die each year from cancer. And I'm sure we can save a lot of them only to give them the reality. Cancer is a metabolic disease, very simple and very easy to fight, not with chemicals and things. Give your body what it needs, that's it. Then I need your help. I need your help to give to the media, to maximum. The people need to hear me. You translate better than me because my English is catastrophic. It's only 20 years I live here. Huh? Then, but we live with French in a French neighborhood. Then we speak French the day more than English. But thanks again, and I hope you will help. I'm sure you will help to save a lot of people.
Absolutely. So if you're watching, definitely share this video with your friends and family members to get this word out. So thank you very much.
Okay. Sorry, I hope I didn't put people to sleep with that. So we'll continue with our discussions. If you have any personal experience or you know people who have had prostate cancer, feel free to share the testimony. Feel free to react to the video. And if you don't have any personal, you can just any personal story. You can just do a reaction to the video. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I hope I didn't put people to sleep. I'm so sorry if I did.
No, I don't think so. It was a good video to watch.
Okay. Yeah. If you have something to jump in time, John, go ahead. While the others
Not too much, but I like what the guy said at the end. He said that cancer is a metabolic disease, tying to what we've been saying. A lot of diseases that we have learned to accept are truly based on what we eat. You know, what you eat determines, you know, the outcome of your health. So we need to continue educating ourselves to eat better. I remember visiting a doctor who kind of really inspired me to start eating healthy. He asked me a simple question. He was like, "Where do you come from?" And I kind of was ticked off a little bit. He's like, "No, don't. It's not a racist thing," because I was a white dude. It's like, I'm asking that for a reason. So I told him that I come from Cameroon, West Africa. And the second question was, where did you grow up? Was it in a village or a city? I'm like, I grew up in a village, and somewhere along the lines, I found myself in the city. But yeah, I started in a village. So he asked me a question that I will never forget. He said, "Don't mind my words, but how many people growing up in your village did you know that were fat?" And that was so true. He said, if you go back in time and think, you will see that most of the people that you knew in your village, they looked very healthy. Everybody, they were fit, right? I said, yes. It's like, can you go back to think of what those people were eating at the time? And it was so true. It's like, back in Africa, from what I know, almost everything people eat is natural. So do you remember people? I said, wow, I remember myself going up on top of an orange tree with a little pocket knife, and I would sit up there and just have the oranges. I just eat the guys right there on the tree. What about mangoes and all that stuff, which at the time we thought we were not eating right or eating the good food, right? But it's come out to be that is actually the good food. And in my study, a lot of those foods, fruits and vegetables, they have a lot of energy. All the fruits and vegetables, they receive a lot of energy from the sun that they convert, and that's the energy that we need in our systems to fight. So when we find ourselves in the Western world, and even now already in Africa, we eat a lot of processed food and all of that, those things are not good for our bodies. And your body reacts to it, because when you look at it, right, after you eat that tasty bowl of rice with some goat chicken and meat, the next thing is sleep. That is just the truth. But we don't question ourselves. Why is it that I eat something? Because you're eating to gain energy, but the thing puts you to sleep. That's already a good question. That's already a body telling you that this thing you're eating, I don't like it. But again, we've been trained by the taste and what everybody does, that is eating good food. But when you sit and eat a good bowl of salad and drink a good cup of tea, you ain't going to no sleep. Right there is energy derived. You can go to sports, you can go to work, you can do anything after that. You ain't going to sleep. But go and eat that good bowl of rice and stew or fufu and arrow. The next hour you're going to bed. So we need to change the narrative. You know, we need to go back to what our forefathers ate, and it explains the reasons why, though with little medical facilities as we have now, back in the day, people live longer than we do today. That's just the truth about it. It's because they ate more of natural stuff than we do today. So just going back to basics, you know, it's what is going to save us. Just going back to basics. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tanjong. That is well said. Well said. Well said. There's one thing you said there that caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
The people back in Africa that are starting to eat processed stuff, you know. I think of it like this. There are some people who go to America, right? And then there are some people who go to America through what they eat.
Yeah.
Through their plate, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did not get a visa at the embassy, but they found a way to still go to America, right?
Oh, yeah.
Through their stomach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eating like Americans, by eating the hamburgers. I was just in Costa Rica, where I went down there for a water fasting, wellness this thing down there. It's in my channel. The story is down. The story is in my YouTube page. So what did I notice as I was driving to the wellness center on the road? What are the biggest signs? Like the biggest signs. They are not like pictures. No, spoiler alert. They are not pictures of oranges and papayas and nice fruits that you have down there and pineapple. No. They are big M signs. McDonald's, right? Come eat me. You want to be an American? Just branch right here and you go to America. You go to Little America, you know. Burger King. That is, you find McDonald's on this side of the street, Burger King on this other side of the street. You cross a little bit, KFC. So back in Africa, a lot of people are still of the opinion, or they are getting the sense that American culture means you should eat, you know, like the Americans, right? Eat like them. Okay, the bad news about that is you eat like the Americans, you're going to end up like them. You're going to have the same kind of non-infectious diseases, these metabolic diseases, like Tamjong was saying, that we are suffering from here. And we started the video by saying that prostate cancer is the second leading cause of death. Yeah. Pop quiz. Cyprian, you are looking for a pop quiz, right? I'm going to ask you what is the first. so prostate cancer is the second. And then among us, black people, black men, is just what the Banso man says, kyphoid, right? I'm sorry to the viewers out there. You listen to too much Banso, yes. Right? It's a sad case. With most black people, black men. It's a sad case. So some of you on the panel here that are in the healthcare field, if you can help me, I'm very curious. Why is it that we black men are disproportionately suffering from this? Is it why? What is going on? Why black people? Why not Chinese? Why not Indian? Why not, I don't know, Southeast Asia people? Why not Latin America? Why only black people? As if we don't have enough problems, right? we have enough on our plate already. Our plate as is already full. Yeah. So I'm just curious from a scientific perspective, our people here who are in science, who have studied it, nursing, if you have some insight into that, I'm just curious. Yeah. Other than that, please, you guys, other reactions, go ahead. Who wants to go next? Please feel free to jump in. Anybody want to jump in with a reaction?
I think, Marcel, you asked me the question, like, why is it that we are disproportionately affected by some of these diseases, like the prostate cancer? I think
yes,
part of it will be genetics, right? But the other one is like the lifestyle, what we eat, you know. Yeah, that's what I would think might explain some of this.
Okay. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Any other reaction you have, or any experience you want to share, or with prostate cancer, or anybody you know about, any experience you want to share? Go ahead.
Hello, Prof.
Okay. Cyprian, go. Then after that, Ethel. Complete Cyprian, and then after that, Ethel.
No, what I try to say is, after watching the video of that other person, like growing up, you know, people have prostate cancer. and they die. Like, I don't think like, okay, if I have prostate cancer, okay, it's going to be cured. Like, as a man, you grow up, you have prostate cancer, it changes everything. And so from what we've been experiencing today, or from the videos and stuff like that, it is not it's not a death penalty. Like, you can take control of it and should not be scary. And given like the video we watch and they say you eat soursop and stuff like that, and then changes everything. Maybe instead of waiting for it to happen, why not imagine that maybe you have it and once in a while, eat some of it like you're cleaning yourself, right? Yeah. So just a little bit I wanted to share.
Thank you. I just want to emphasize that, for our audience and, of course, our panelists here, is if we make this way of eating into a lifestyle, you don't eat soursop only when you go and get a bad diagnosis, right? You eat soursop just like you could have, for those out there who, like Tamjong was saying, are still enjoying their rice and meat. It's just like your rice and meat, right? In St. Augustine, we used to call it spanking, right? There was a lady, one of our classmates, Rosaline Bonge, he used to call it spanking, right? That the rice and stew. Rice and stew in St. Augustine was a big deal. It was a very big deal. So just like you eat your rice and stew, if you are a student of St. Augustine out there, you can start to eat also, soursop regularly. And that is kind of like, what do the medical people call it? Help me out. Prophylaxis? Is that the right term? I mean, I no go school, I bet, when I help me. Now, prophylaxis now, that's what they call, right? Prophylaxis.
Or let's say prevention is better than cure, right?
Exactly.
So prevent.
Exactly. Prevention is better than cure all the time. All the time. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sikra. Anybody want to jump in? Please, let's interact and discuss. Ethel, I think Ethel is the next. Yeah, Ethel is supposed to go next. Sorry, Ethel, go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I just want to say, let's try to encourage our men after 40, try to check, because knowledge is better than anything. I know, like in my family, I know a handful of men, like my siblings or uncles, who are supposed to have checked to know their status with prostate cancer or prostate issues, but they don't do it. It's a simple test to go and do so that you know, and maybe grab it when it's still early. Now we have learned about a remedy that is easy, very easy to get and follow up. But if you don't know, sometimes when you know that you are going to have, maybe you are going to develop ulcer, having gastritis all the time, still eating the things that trigger them, you know that in the long run, you are going to get a bigger thing. So, but let's try to encourage the men to go and do that test. It is very important to do the test and know your levels and then go from there, than to just walk blindly. I know we said prevention is better than cure, but it's better to know that you are fine or you are not fine and then walk from there. That's the little I wanted to chip in. Today, I wish my dad had known, or that I had known this before he got his own issue ended up with surgery. He's doing quite better today, but he's not very fine. He's not totally fine. But if we had known earlier and then tried the remedies that are out there, I mean, we'll avoid the pain they go through with the surgery. So let's try to know, if you have a husband, you have a brother that is 40 and above, a cousin, uncle, just let them know that testing is very important. Thank you.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much for that contribution. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If I may comment on that, I hope the men here will crave my indulgence. Culturally, I think you guys know where I'm going with this, right? Culturally, when it comes to start talking about going to test something in which you have to stand and bend over, and somebody has to take a finger and put it, you know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of our men in our culture, they will have a little issue with that, right? And sometimes, even just the idea of going to a doctor to test some of these things, some men, I mean, I wish there was somebody that I wish had joined us in this panel that could have told you the story, an even better story than me. But I will just leave it. Someday he will join us and tell us the story.
Bro,
So
sorry, let me cut you short. Let me cut you short.
Go ahead.
That what you have in mind does not happen anymore. This is a simple blood test now. Just they draw your blood and they do it from there. It's not.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow, good. Thank you for the correction. I think you're talking about the PSA test. Is that?
Yes. So
Yes.
that you know those levels. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Very good. We need to do that. Thank you for the correction. Thank you. I'm glad we have medical people on this panel. So what I was thinking about was the other one that is done by trying to check manually. I don't know whether do people still do that? Correct me if I'm wrong. Do they still go to the hospital and the doctor would say bend over and I check it? Is that still part of the protocol? Please correct me. Hello? Can you guys hear me? Maybe my mic is not.
Yeah, can hear you.
Yes, I was asking whether the manual test that is usually done, is that still part of the protocol to check or not more?
It's a lot of work. It might be necessary after the PSA test. It might be.
Okay.
It's not
All
like,
right.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, depending on your levels when they see from the blood test,
okay.
it might be necessary, but
okay.
not like compulsory.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, thank you so much. So for our men out there, please, if you don't do it for me, do it for my friend Ethel. So please please save us. You are 40. If you are 45 like me, right? If you are ancient like me, please go and get your PSA done. Just to add to what Ethel was saying, I was listening to another YouTube video just this morning as I was preparing for this, in which a medical doctor was sharing that one of the reasons why African Americans die of this disease in this country, prostate cancer here, right, is because of this lack of what? Early detection. That is, they don't go and check. We're talking about the USA here, right? We're not even talking about Africa, right? USA, right? That is supposed to be like the advanced places, right? So even right here, African American, Black people like me, you and me, they are not checking. So it is very important what the tale is saying. Go out there and get that blood test done. Yeah. So that doctor clearly said that is one of the biggest reasons. So when you don't check, you're not aware that is what is happening. Then of course you will not do something about something you're not even aware of, right? So Ethel, just to be sure, just to make it again easy for our audience out there, how long does this take? If somebody went today, like say he came in and say, all right, Nurse Ethel, I want to do my PSA test. How long would this take to get this done?
Within like 2 days. It depends on your primary care.
Okay, bro. It depends on your primary care doctor. It might be 2 days. It might be just like you do your physical, the blood work. Yeah, it just like
Okay. All right. Just like 2 days. Okay. So if
Yeah,
Lindos was, yeah, go ahead.
to add to what she's saying is easy. When you're doing your physical every year, just ask your doctor to do it. So once they draw your blood, that will be one of the things they'll test for, and it's
Exactly.
definitely easy. I think we should make these things easy because, as
Exactly.
one of our brothers said earlier, when the oil change for your car is due, you don't miss it. You go and check it. But when it's time to go check yourself, you say, "No, I'm fine. I'm fine." We should desist from that. If you want to live healthy for your kids and your family, every year at least go for your physical. If you're feeling funny in one way or the other, go for regular checkups and eat healthy. Those are basic things. They're not difficult to do. Prevention is better than cure. Don't wait till you have that high blood or that diabetes or that cancer before you now start eating healthy. You would have paid a heavy price before then anyway. So I mean, prevention is always better than cure. So let's try to prevent these things early. It will add
Excellent.
to your quality of life.
Excellent. Well said, Tanjong. So nobody, you don't want to be like me, right? My favorite meal was jollof rice, right? I'm telling you, yes, I ate that thing like so jollof rice, man, my mother will tell you. So I'm one of those guilty people. So I ate that thing like crazy. So you can be sure about it. So please go out there and check and and definitely eat right. So anybody want to jump in? Zhang in the UK, please, if you
So
have
did you have
something.
a time frame for this meeting, or is just on and on because I have other things I want to attend to? Did you have a time frame for that?
Please, if you like to jump out, this was our first Zoom meeting.
Okay.
So I wanted to just allow people the chance to talk because I did not know how long it was going to take. So I thought that putting strict time frames on it like that might make it a little uncomfortable. You know how you go to TV and Anderson Cooper asks you like, okay, this is what happened today. Kamala Harris said this today. You have 2 minutes. And then you are like, oh my God, how can you talk in 2 minutes? Yeah. So I did not want to sound bite it and all that. I just wanted people to have a free conversation. Then we see how it goes, and then as the other sessions come, then we'll start to tighten things up. So please, if you like to jump or you have any closing things you want to say and jump, feel free. It's okay, no problem.
No, no,
So
good,
after this now, we'll just go now, but just closing remarks, because I think a lot of people here have shared many of the things they wanted to share. So after that, we'll just talk about any closing remarks or advice or words of wisdom that people have for our audience out there. Thank you. Yes. Anybody else have something? Please jump in.
Yeah, I'm going to step up, but let me just put my closing remarks.
Yes, go ahead.
I think what you're doing is a good thing, myself.
Well,
even if
you.
it ends up just saving a life, you would have done a lot. Because typically, when people go through what you've gone through and they come out, they just stay on their corner and maybe just tell some close friends. Putting it out there, don't be discouraged by maybe some negative comments that you may get. The truth is, out here, personal experience sells more than anything. You could be a doctor, might not be able to tell your story because at times, truth be told, we forget that this thing we call book is just reading people's experiences and then think that you know a lot. So personal experiences, to me, they are priceless. Nobody should be taken for granted your experience and what you're trying to share. We'll all benefit from it. And as I say, at the end of the day, even if you only help one person, you've done a lot. So keep doing what you're doing, man. And I thank everybody who was here. I learned a lot. And to be quite honest, this was an eye-opener to me. The video about the soursop and the beans, I had seen it like last year, but honestly speaking, it didn't hit a nerve to where I was like, I could even use this as a cleansing. Right now, after this video, once I'm done doing what I'm doing, I'm going to jump to my farmer's market and see if I can get this soursop and come and blend this thing and just use it this week to cleanse my system, So definitely, I benefited something. It's raised an awareness in me that wasn't there to give this thing a try and just clean up, So thank you much.
Wow. Tanjong, thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for the encouraging words you've given. So, all right. Thank you. So anybody else, please go ahead. Anybody else? Nothing else? Okay. All right. I think if nobody has anything, then all I can say is thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules. I know you could have been anywhere. You could have been out enjoying yourself with your family, but you took this time to come here to discuss this. Hopefully, what we discussed today can benefit not only you, but our viewers in one way or another, So this, again, we feel very special. You guys are the very first panel we ever had on Vegan Fast on this platform. You are the very first. So to us, you are priceless. Let me tell you why you're priceless. Because you choose to come to us when we are not famous, right? It's easy to go. If it was Mr. Beast, it's easy for everybody to go to Mr. Beast's platform, right? He's famous. We're not. So we really think that you really cared about what we're doing. And we really appreciate your time. Really, time is money, I did say, right? So time is money, and health is wealth. So please feel free to reach out to us. If you want to hear more about my story, you want to hear more about what, please reach out to me. I will explain these things to you in ad nauseum. I'm very passionate about it. I don't know whether you all are aware, but there are many people out there who are also doing the same thing, talking about what I'm doing, water fasting, wellness, and all this. I happen to have gone to one of the centers. It is not cheap. I have to be frank with you guys. It is not cheap. You can call the centers and find out. I don't want to give the names here, but if you call those centers, it is very expensive. Because I visited it and I remember how much I paid. At this point, I'm just sharing the knowledge to anybody who calls me. You call me anytime, we'll just talk about it. I'm not charging you for anything. So please feel free. I will put my number on the link here. And somebody was trying to ask me how he could get in touch with me. There was a person who was trying to say, how can he get in touch with me on one of the videos that he listened to? So we are going to put my number on the link here. For those who are out there, my number is 240-701-7796. 240-701-7796. Feel free to call me and I can help you. If you want to do water fasting at home by yourself, you can try. Generally, we advise that if you want to do prolonged fasting, you should do it in a medically supervised facility so that they can be able to monitor your vital signs. But if you feel like you want to try it at home on your own and all that, and you want us to give you some advice based on what I did, I'm very happy to do that. If you want to know about my diet, what I regularly eat and all that, happy to share with you. It is simple. It's not complicated at all. It's very simple. So again, I want to thank you all so much for your time. You have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday, and bye-bye.
Thank you, Marcel.
You're very welcome, Sandra.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, Opa. That was
All right.
great.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.